automated speech recognition broadcast translator. To disable my voice. Click to select an automated speech voice recognition option that suits your needs. Allows you to fully automate speech logger for continuous voice recording from one language to another. Click to disable. Allows you to use graphical user interface GUI commands to control automated speech logger. Allows you to use your voice to control automated speech logger. Click to select a speech logger GUI display for text-to-text or voice-to-text language translation. Click to launch main speech logger GUI to view automatic language translation. Click to exit automated. Click to launch speech logger GUI 2 to view automatic language translation of your own choice. Click to launch speech logger GUI 3 to view automatic language translation of your own choice. Click to launch speech logger GUI 4 to view automatic language translation of your own choice. Click to launch speech logger GUI 5 to view automatic language translation of your own choice. Click to launch speech logger GUI 6 to view automatic language translation of your own choice. Click to disable my voice. Click to exit automated speech recognition broadcast translator. Click to select a speech logger GUI display. Click to disable my voice.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Eau de Cologne diesel.
How are you doing today, my friend?
Attends-toi Jésus, comment? Donnez-moi le ghetto 12.
How are you doing today, my friend? How is it going, my friend? How are you doing today? Are you doing fine? I said, are you doing fine? Happy Sunday. Let me say this in African language. Today is Sunday. Good job, my friend. Good job. Now let's try this in Italian. How are you doing, my friend?
Come stai, amico?
How are you, my friend?
Come stai, amico mio? Stime coronavirus.
Today is Sunday. Today is called Sunday.
Puoi chiamare oggi è domenica, oggi è domenica?
Good job, my friend.
Gioca posso dire a ecologia del dominio dominica. Buon lavoro, amico mio.
Yes, my friend.
A che livello
Thank you, my friend.
il mio amico?
For your cooperation.
Ok, grazie amico mio per la tua Ok, Galaxia amiga mia.
Now let's try this one in Spanish. I think we did Spanish before, did we not? Nope.
De acuerdo, Galaxia amiga mía.
Do you speak Spanish? Do you speak Spanish? Do you speak Spanish now?
Hablas español ahora.
Thank you, my friend. Now I'm going to show you how I can render this in not only one but multiple languages simultaneously. This is on the Mac machine. You see? Let's try this in Chinese, basically. The simplified version of Chinese, basically. Now we're speaking Chinese now, you see? Now we're speaking Chinese now, you see?
你看
现在我们在说中文。
You see, now let's try this in Japanese, you see? Japanese language now, huh?
日本語。あなたは家にいます。アンナカノーバ。アナコンダ。
Now I'm going to launch this now in one of the screen so it can do one-to-many translation, you see?
Press any key to exit full screen mode.
アナコンダはアナコン
You
ダ。
see? Now I was doing it in Japanese, you see? And it auto selects Japanese when I am speaking from English to Japanese. Without even me checking the box, it just does it automatically, basically. Here is the recorder. See?
リコーダーでした。
And it's translating directly from what I'm saying. I have another program that's in sync with the speech logger, voice recorder, to translate automatically from English to Japanese. Now I'm going to launch another instance of another graphical user interface program that will do another voice to text rendering in another language. Let's try this one to be in. Let's try this one to be in Hebrew. See? Hebrew.
Displays render text in Russian.
You see now it's doing Hebrew, and Japanese at the same time. See?
Click to enable or disable me.
See both Hebrew and Japanese at the same time. How are you doing today, my friend? You see? Let's select another language as well. Let's basically do Malaysia and Spanish at the same time. Let's do Malaysia and Haitian Creole as well.
Displays render
Watch what happens now, you see?
Japanese.
You see it's doing Malaysia, it's doing Malaysia, Hebrew, and Haitian Creole all at the same time in one single instance of a graphical user interface, basically. This is one-to-many translation. And that's what makes this program different than other programs that are out there, basically, you know. I have voiceover to read for someone who's deaf. Let's try this in Korean. Now this is in Korean now, you see? Now we're speaking Korean language now.
이제 한국어입니다.
You see?
추가 구글.
If we make the other program, you see, we'll see that in Korean, you see? You see that? The first one we had before?
당신은 첫 번째를 봅니다.
This program resets itself after 5 seconds of idle voice time. See? This is a purely autonomous program.
이 프로그램은 자동
It auto selects the language that you select from the drop down of the speech logger voice, and it shows it here in a separate graphical user interface, basically.
그리고 그것은 바로 여기에 그것을 보여줍니다.
Now let me change this text front here to say size 18. You see? 18.
당신은 내가
Now it shows smaller size. You see? This program is very customizable. You can change the size of this program, as well as the color of the font you want to render into, and it'll adjust accordingly.
자만합니다.
It'll adjust itself accordingly to the color and font text. You see? Bingo. You see now it's just showing red now. See? Because we selected red on top.
지금 볼 수 있는 것은 무엇입니까?
You see? Let's launch another instance now, basically. See? Let's launch a third instance of this now.
그냥 원해.
Bingo. You see?
Press any key to exit full screen mode.
Now let's select this language to show in Indonesian. See, French and Indonesian. Let's do in Arabic at the same time.
Displays render text.
Now this will show in all those languages that you select, basically from the drop down, basically. See, French, Arabic, and Indonesian at the same time.
를 좋아하거나 인도네시아인에게 프랑스어, 아랍어나 루서로 프랑스어를 보여주나요?
You see, bingo. You see, all those languages that I select over here, it shows them accordingly on the screen. Spanish, Arabic, French, and Indonesian all at once.
여기 오터종은 그에 따라 인도네시아어,
You see?
스페인어, 아랍어,
And while I was doing transition from one graphical user interface, it does it for the other graphical user interface as well. You see?
그래픽 사용자 인터페이스.
You see, now I have 3 graphical user interfaces just running simultaneously, you see?
큐리치 타운 게임이 있습니다.
And every single user interface, you can select whatever language that you want it to render into, and it'll show accordingly. You see? That's the unique aspect of this program, basically.
그렇습니다. 나에게 가까이. 이제는 동시에 할
Let's
수
render this one.
없습니다.
Let's render a 4th instance of this, basically, see? A 4th instance now, you see?
Press any key to exit.
I have a string title as well. See the number of that's later right now, basically. You see? Let's do this one to show in show this one in and let's show this one in Swedish. You see?
Displays render text.
Finnish, you see?
Displays render text.
All at once.
Displays render text in Romanian. Select a font. Select a font type. Displays render text in Korean.
그래서 이것과
Displays
이것
render
하나와
text in
스위치
Chinese.
플레이 트랜스포터.
See,
Displays
render text in Japanese.
it'll also have a voiceover to render for someone who's basically blind. What it's basically, saying whenever you over the mouse over the language type,
text file.
it tells you that accordingly, basically. See?
Click to save type.
So there's a 5th instance of this, basically. 5th instance of this right now, basically. See?
Press any key to exit full screen mode.
Let's choose this one. Let's choose Zulu. You see? Let's have it show in Zulu language. You see?
Displays render text in Zulu.
You see? Exactly.
줄루어로 표시는 줄루어로.
Now this is showing in Zulu language. You see? Zulu language. At the same time it's showing. And in other languages that we selected from each graphical user interface program. You see?
Select a font type.
You see?
Click to enable or disable me.
You see?
Select a foreground color.
My friend.
무슨 뜻인가요?
See? All at once. You see? All at once. You see?
내가 보고 싶은 모든 것을 보고 싶어요.
Each of these graphical user interfaces can show all at once. Now imagine this now. You had multiple monitor screens that you want to broadcast language translation to. You can, if you have like 6 or 7 monitor screens in a mega church or a mega place or in a stage environment, you can project each of these graphical user interface programs on those screens. And while you're speaking in one language, it'll render in the other language accordingly.
장소나 초대장이 있다면 방송 언어를 원하십니까?
That's it. This is the power of this automated speech recognition broadcast translator developed by me, the author, James Ko. Goodbye now.
안녕, 지금.
To the automated speech recognition broadcast translator. Click to disable my voice.
Hello my friends, today is Saturday and tomorrow will be Sunday. This is the automated speech translator software program that was developed by myself in 2016. I started this project that I derived from my experience working at Disney Sports for a former basketball player. It led to my insight of creating a automated translation software at my church to help the young people who can't speak French and Haitian Creole. Then I went ahead and then further enhanced this software to make it as robust as possible. This is what you see right now. Watch what happens when I stop speaking. For 5 minutes. I mean 5 seconds. Bingo. It automatically resets itself. It's an autonomous software. It's very autonomous. Not only is it autonomous software, but look, I have 3 monitor screens that shows in a real scenario what is the benefit of using this program basically. Let me launch the GUI instance below the button under the launch SpeechLogger GUI option that I created, so it can show one-to-many language translations in different monitor screens. I now disable the voiceover so that you can only hear me speaking at this point. See, it automatically picks up from what's coming from the voice SpeechLogger GUI. This was an insightful thing that I came up with to simulate multi-language translation, allowing different programs to speak together simultaneously. You see? Watch now, you see?
Select the background color.
Voila! One voice now over here. Watch, I'll launch the other one now.
Press any key to exit full screen mode. Select the font type.
Voila!
Display thread for text in Japanese.
You see that now? By default, it will render in the language of the country that I'm in. Since I'm in America, it will show English on the left side and show the language that I have it picking up from a voice logger on the right side. But watch what happens when I select the language of choice from the left side basically. Let's say I want to see it render in, say, Arabic.
Display thread for text in Arabic. Display thread for text in English.
Now I chose Arabic now. Voila! Arabic, you see? So while I'm speaking in English, it shows Arabic and it shows French at the same time, you see? The French is auto-selected on the SpeechLogger GUI on the right side, you see? It auto-selected it automatically, basically. Now watch what happens when I change it to another language from the SpeechLogger GUI, from the SpeechLogger video recorder. Let's say that you want to see it render in what? You want to see it render in Spanish. There you go. Finish now, you see? Now it's rendering from English to Spanish, at the same time from English to Spanish and Arabic all at once. See? It all selects Spanish, you see? Spanish. See? And Arabic on this screen. But not only that, but I could also tell it to select and show more than one language and one graphical user interface screen at the same time. So let's go here and put another language to choose. Let's choose German. Let's choose Chinese and German. See? I selected Chinese, German, and Arabic at the same time. Now it's showing that on the screen. Chinese, Arabic, and German, and on the right side is Spanish. This is a powerful automated speech translation software that no other program can emulate. I'm change this one to Italian. Now I'm doing English to Italian, and at the same time English to Arabic, Chinese, and Hebrew, and German all at once. See on the right side, Italian, and it shows Italian box selected automatically. Voila. You see? Let's select another language over here, basically. See, let's check over here. Let's select over here. Let's add another language to this one here. Let's select, in this case, let us select from here. Let's select Hebrew. Let's add Hebrew now. See, and it shows you. See, while I'm putting it in Hebrew, it also says it also selects it too. You see. It'll also show you as well. You see, same time. You see.
Display threat for text in Spanish. Display threat for text in Haitian Creole.
That's like Haitian Creole as well. My friend, how are you doing today? See, it shows it in Arabic, German, Chinese, Hebrew, and Haitian Creole all at the same time. While also showing on the right side Italian all at the same time. See, this is an example of a one-to-many language translation provided by my automated speech recognition software. This is not something that I replicated anywhere. I came up with this all through mere insight and combining a series of technologies that I have worked in my Disney project. Pure insightful thing led me to creating this software. Let us now restart this program again. This time, let us try a different destination language. Let us try an African language, such as Zulu. My friend, how are you doing today? See, it shows it over here, and it shows it as well over here. You see? The African language, you see? And it keeps on translating as well from the language that we selected earlier, basically, you see? Let us select Swahili. Now, let me speak to you. Let me speak to you now in Swahili language. You see? Bingo. You see? It shows it in Swahili language. You see? Voice to text portion. And now the voice will render based on the operating system that you're using, and also on the type of computer system that you have as well. Every computer system I notice has a different voice coming from the SpeechLogger voice program, and then on Mac it has a lot of the extensions of the Asian languages, but on Windows it has limited extensions. So that's not based on my software. It's based specifically on the operating system and the type of PC that you're using. Basically, this software can work on, is a cross-platform software. It can work on Linux, Mac, Windows at the same time, and I have a free recording, a free live of it in for the mobile for iOS and Android. See, now it's showing that in Swahili language, and at the same time showing that in Arabic, in German, in Hebrew, in Haitian Creole, all at the same time. Now watch further now. Let me now watch another instance of the GUI interface so you can show out 3 languages. It's translating to 3 languages, 3 separate graphical user interface screens simultaneously. See, I enable the voice. Look at the voice again. This button here will disable the voice. If you want to hear it, this is a voice I actually added. I programmed to it myself. You can disable it. And watch the third one now. Bingo, you see? Now let's choose what language we want to show here. Let us choose to show this one. Well, every graphical user interface program, as you see, has different language variations, basically. You see? I actually had separate languages showing here for every single user interface. So they all have different variations, basically. Let me choose here. Show this one in Japanese. Choose Japanese. Let me show Japanese and Korean. Yep. Click on a button to minimize this now. Now watch now. You see? See now, boom. You see now. Now picture this now. Imagine if you're in a church now. You see, if you're in a church and you're in front of a live audience that speaks all these languages or more languages. This can cover up to 195 languages at the same time, simultaneously. The bottom right here. Over here, yeah, you see over here, you see? That shows Japanese and Korean at the same time, basically, see? See, Korean and Japanese at the same time. Then, on the left side, you see? All these languages, you see? So you see now, imagine this now. If you're in the front of a live audience that speaks diverse languages, you can show, right now I have 3 screens right now, my laptop screen, 2 other screens. But imagine if you're in a mega church and you see, and in front of a live audience that speaks over 50 languages at once, this program can accommodate for 50 different languages, basically. The screen that you saw earlier, this one right here, you see? This is this one right here. For practical purposes, I limited this one to only cover only up to 6 different GUI options, you see? But I could have this one show up to an infinite number for any number of languages that based on whatever number of language speakers that could be in your church or business or organization, basically. That could be too exigent for a human interpreter to translate that many languages to. So this program can accommodate for any number of languages, simultaneously. This is a fully copyrighted program, So anybody who attempts to copy this, they can get sued. My lawyer, of course. This software program is not a pure product of software engineering. I didn't create the speech recognition from scratch, but I did have it fully automated. It's basically an automation. It's an automated NLP program that allows you to do true language translation, voice command, which I'll show you later, as well as voice to text, and text to text, and voice to voice language translation, basically.
Display thread with preset text editor.
Today is Saturday. Did you hear what I said, my friend? Today is Saturday. Thank you, my friend, for correct interpretation. You are absolutely correct. Thank you, my friend. Let's start from here. Let's select another language now to translate to now. Let's translate into German. German, you see? Now we're doing it in German now, you see? Now we are translating into German. German, I mean, you know? Okay, let's go back now to the other one. See? While I'm doing German, it's still rendering that at the same time to Japanese and Korean, you see? Let's add Malaysia as well into the language option over here.
Display thread for text in Malaysia. Display thread for text. Display thread for text in.
Let's do French and Malaysia at the same time. See, now it shows French and Malaysia at the same time, you see? My friend, now we are speaking both French and Malaysia. See how correct that is? And it's doing it all at the same time in other languages, you see? That's the power of this program. The distinguishing power of this program is to do one-to-many translations at the same instance of time, which is ideal for a mega church, a stage environment, like a theatric environment, or any public speaking venue, basically, including a classroom environment where a teacher can be in front of a live classroom, but of multi-language speakers. And speaking through a headset, it can render to on a screen what he's speaking in one language and the other language simultaneously. See? There you go. The voice-to-voice, voice-to-text, text-to-text translation is the main features of this program. If this program is autonomous, it can reset itself automatically after 5 seconds of idle voice time, and also can be customized for you to do voice commands and pretty much do a lot of automated tasks basically as well.
Windows commands from text box. Display thread for text in Indonesian. Display thread for text in Chinese.
If I click on N, you see N speech voice, first option here, it'll automatically close the automated browser, you see? There you go. Now I'm going to start it again to show you different extensive options of language, of one-to-many language translation, basically. See, auto selects every language I select for it to select, basically. Norwegian language, huh? Irish language, you see? Ireland, huh? Supports Greek language as well, basically, see? All the Indian languages as well, including here Hindi, Tamil Nadu, all of here basically, see? Tamil languages here as well, you see? And whenever it shows from here, will show over there, you see? On the screen. Fully autonomous. Now let us start. Let's do Haitian Creole, you see? This is from English to Haitian Creole. You see? From English to Haitian Creole. Now it shows Haitian Creole and it auto selects that to Haitian Creole, you see? This is an autonomous program. It has a mind of its own via machine learning. Good job, my friend. Good job. Excellent job, my friend. Excellent job. Let's start now. The fourth one now, you see? The fourth one. Every GUI has its own set of languages. Let's try Indonesian.
Display thread for text in Indonesian. Display
Yep.
thread for text in Japanese.
Now we're speaking in Indonesia now. See? This is an Indonesian language. Yep, you are correct, my friend. We're now speaking in different languages, but now we included now Indonesia. Good job, my friend. Good job again. Indeed. You are excellent. An excellent automated translator. Yep, you did an excellent job in translation. Thank you very much. Now we're back to French now, my friend. We are back to Frenchtown now, my friend. Thank you for your cooperation. Now back to Spanish town now, my friend.
Ahora volvemos al español.
Now let's speak Spanish now, you see?
Ahora que hablo español.
See how I started from French to Spanish, see? That was fully autonomous basically, you see? Fifth part now, you see?
Ahora,
The fifth part now, you see? 5. Now we have a Zulu included, you see? Zulu included, Slovak, Russia. Let's try both Russia and Zulu at the same time.
Display thread for text in Russian. Display thread for text in Zulu.
Both Zulu and Russia at the same time.
Tiempo de queda.
My friend, how are you doing today, huh?
¿Cómo estás, muy bien?
You see, Zulu and Russia at the same instance of time, based on our user selection.
Original mismo tiempo.
You see, while it's still retaining the other translators that we selected on the fifth screen here, on that screen there. Now we're speaking in all these languages that we choose on our own choosing. You see, you get a choice to choose what language you want to set that to, and it'll render that accordingly. This program is very flexible. It'll adjust whatever language you select, and it can do more than one at the same time. If you speak slow enough and loud enough for it to hear you, the accuracy will be as great as that, basically. You got it, right? That's correct, my friend. You got it. Yes, indeed, my friend. You got it, you know. Good job, my friend. Good job.
Enter Windows Semantic Site text box. Click text and speech logger 5.
Now we'll do the sixth one now. Number 6.
Press any key text to close screen mode.
Now this one you have Icelandic option that I added to further in Portuguese as well. I have Portuguese. I have Portuguese as well. Obviously, I have Portuguese as well. You see Portuguese as well. You see? Let's include Portuguese here. See?
Displays refer text in Portuguese. Displays refer text in German. Displays refer text in Icelandic. Displays refer text in English.
How are you doing today, my friend? Yep, I said, how are you doing today, my friend? How's it going? You are a superb automated translator for me indeed, and for others to use, my friend. So picture this one. You have more than 3 monitor screens. It will adjust and show. You can distribute this user interface to 3 other screens at the same time without any limitations at all. It can do an infinite number, and therefore it doesn't have a limit to how many it can render, basically. That's how powerful this software is. This is a very powerful software. This software is very powerful. And this is the greatest and one of the few distinguished ones available at this point in time.
Enter Windows Semantic Site text box. Click to send email.
Now, this was the first option I showed you. See, this is just one part of the program. You see? This part over here. Let's do the voice again.
Click to select and automate the speech voice recognition option that suits your needs. Allows you to fully automate speech. Click to select and automate the speech voice recognition option that suits your needs. Allows you to use graphical user interface GUI. Click to disable my voice.
Now you can use a command, you see, to perform automated tasks, basically, on routine, such as changing the language, you see. Let's try Spanish, you see. Bingo.
Display threat for text in Spanish.
Use the voice command as well, obviously, to perform automatic tasks as well, obviously, see? The voice part of it as well, you see? The voice part of it. The voice command part of it as well, basically. Translate. You see? Now we're using our voice to tell this program to do certain things, like turn sound off. Now the sound is off now, you see? Restart. Good job, you see? We can tell this one to turn sound on again. You see? Now we're using this as a voice command control software. Not for translation only, but also for using it to perform automated tasks on voice command. On our voice command, basically. Restart, please. Do you believe in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? See, it has correct punctuation as well. It's fully automated. Now, my friend, I want you to tell me more about yourself. What's your belief? Now, let me do this now. Email this to myself. You see? Email is automatically generated on voice command. The power of this program, you see? Send. Now, while it is also allowing you to use your voice to control it, it's still doing translation, you see? This program is very robust. That's the robust aspect of this program, is that while it can also be used to do other things, like process your voice as a command, it still can retain its translation feature, basically. Now this one I have it translated out in Polish and Korean at the same time. You can choose an additional language, basically, you see? Let's choose here. Let's choose here Hebrew. Chinese, you see? Now it's showing in Hebrew and Chinese and Polish and Korean at the same time. Restart now. You see? Now, if you observe the timing, they're all doing at the same time. I made it reset itself to limit all buffering constraints or issues that may occur while it's processing voice. I can also have this to persist this over to your computer by saying save to my local disk. See, and now it automatically did it, see? Let's try again. Let's keep talking right now, my friend. I love talking to you, my program. A creation that was based on insight. Insightfully, my friend. Insightfully. Yep, thank you, my friend. You are a very insightful program. Save this to my local disk again. See, says again, you see? And it saves it in this format here, basically, see? This format here, you see? A lot of things to do with this program, a lot of things you can do with this program. Now I want you to please, the caption. Let's set the caption up as well, basically. This program has a caption as well, you see? Set caption to my name, James Kao. Set header to myself. Set caption to myself. Yep, you see? Set caption to me. There you go, you see? This can be also used to your voice to set the title for this program. Like, okay? Set caption to automated translator. Voila. Now I want you to exit. Bingo. See, so this program can be used not only for translation purposes, but it can be used also for the purpose of using your voice to control this, to automate certain procedures or actions, basically. Those two here is you can do automate. These ones over here. See, you can automate certain things. So this is what the power of this program lies in, basically. See. Please restart. Good job. How are you doing today, my friend?
Comment vas-tu aujourd'hui, mon ami?
See? Now it shows in Spanish now, you see? Now we're doing it in Spanish. See, now I have it auto selected to Spanish now, using the select command, basically. Let's try zooming in. See, zooming in, zooming out, is what you see. Bingo. Oh, my friend, how are you doing today, huh? How are you doing today, my friend, huh? How are you doing today, my friend?
Comment vas-tu aujourd'hui, mon ami?
Thank you, my friend.
Merci, mon ami.
Let me show you now a unique feature of this program that can be used also for doing number 1, 2, let's try 3. You can do text to text, language translation. So you can do some program to do also text to text as well, basically. See? Let's do now text to text portion of this program, basically. Text to text portion of this program.
Text in Japanese. Text of your Windows commands from text box.
Look what happens, you see? I said, how? I do today, see, right now, today. Hello, my friend. See? It's over here. Over here, you see? And over here, you see? Whatever I type in the notepad now, see? You see? How you doing today? How you doing today? You see? Chinese notes at the same time? And bingo, you see? So imagine this now. This can be used to write a report. If you want to write an essay in your school assignment and you want to write it from English to Spanish, you can use this program to do text-to-text language. So you can write typing right now in a notepad right now. It'll show automatically from this into whatever program, whatever language you want to show it to. So let's say you want to show this one into basically, you want to see what you're typing in right now. You want to show it in let's say you want to show it in German or Dutch or Spanish. You see, Malaysia. Type something here basically. You see, it'll show that automatically basically. You see. You see? You see? Voila! What am I typing right now? You see, it shows that in all the languages that we had set to. You see all the languages that's showing right here in the top right here? It shows that whatever you type whatever you select right now on the box, you see Malaysia, it'll show that whatever you're typing in those languages simultaneously. You see? You see? You see? Ha-ha! You see? Voila, you see? Voila! Now we're doing text only, you see? Picture a report that you have, right? Let's say that you want to copy a report somewhere. You see, let's type maybe something somewhere online, you see? Online here. Online.
Display thread for text in Indonesian. Display thread for text in Polish.
Paste, you see? Save it. You see? Ah, you see? It shows over there, you see? You can type in a paragraph, an essay, and you can select whatever language you want to type into from a notepad, and by clicking on save, it automatically will select it and show it in any of the language that you select over here for whatever screen that you're running it on, basically. So you see the power of this program? Voice to voice, voice to text, and text to text language translation, basically. You see? Automated speech voice recognition broadcast translator. This is the future, and this is what you need. This is what will give you a solution to your multilingual or voice command world that you need to use this. This program can be used to cover all those three things: voice to voice, voice to text, text to text, and also use your voice as a command over here, so you can control and perform automated tasks. Thank you very much. How are you doing today, my friend?
Comment vas-tu aujourd'hui, mon ami?
See? Now it shows in Spanish now, you see? Now we're doing it in Spanish. See, now I have it auto selected to Spanish now using the select command basically.
Sabes que paso con el español mayor?
Let's try zooming in.
Ojalá lo estuviera haciendo.
See, zooming in, zooming out, basically, see? Bingo. So this is the last part of the program where you can use this program to also save text to your local disk file by the command option here provided. If I enable the voice file right now, you see, it will show you what each of them do right here. You see, you can print, you can open over here. Let's go over here. All these graphical user interface programs are all identical. The only difference is that I made the language options unique for each of these user interface programs, so that you can render it into whatever language that you want to render it into. And you can also save a text file and have it save and open up and show what language that it was saved into in the graphical user interface program. We go over here, you see?
Click to print type text. Click to open a text file. Click to save type text.
Let's save it, you see? Let's choose save it in. Let's write this file here that I created before called the ASRBT text, you see? See, and it'll show here. Click on this one, save it, and let's over here and reset everything basically. See, this is basically in English. This is in Spanish, you see? I actually typed in all that into the notepad here, you see? If I go into the notepad over here, see if this is based on what was translated from English, from the notepad to Spanish, over here and over here. We selected over here to the other program. We have selected, of course, to show it in Latin, Romanian, and Czech in English at the same time. You see? You see? All those languages, see? Latin, Romanian, and Czech, you see? All those languages that's at the same time. From the notepad, you see? This is text to text. We can also save this into whatever language you want to save it to. See? Now if we click on reset now, I click on the reset button at the bottom, you see? Reset button here. Reset. Now let's open up the file again that we save again in the Spanish language basically. Okay, let's go ahead and open up it again. See? It opens up now. You see? Let's click this up. So we take text right here. See? Bingo, you see? It shows it in Spanish, you see? Now, if we go to the text box, see, it shows you what language it was translated to, see? Now let's try this one in English now, you see? Let's go to the notepad file, over here. Let's type something here. Let's copy that one. And put it in Spanish basically. See? If you save it into a language, it shows you what language you will save it to. So you click on save, you see? See? Bingo. Bingo, you see? Here it is. Now let's go over here now, you see? Let's see this one here, see? See this one here?
Select the font type.
Now let's reset it again, you see? Open it up again. Open button. See? Now it shows you that it's in English, you see? Shows you what language it was in right now, you see? Bingo. Let's choose this one to be in French, you see? In French. Do this one here in French now. Oops. See? Now it shows it in French, you see? In French. Same thing as before. See? Let's choose the same thing in French now, you see? In French now. Okay. Open up now, you see? Okay. You see? Goes in French now, you see? And then now, go to French, you see? It shows it in French. Bingo, you see? So this program can only can adjust to when you're speaking, to when you're typing, but it also can even recognize when you open a text file what language it's open it up and shows you what it is basically, you see? Now this program is a lot like Microsoft Word. I have an embedded word editor in this program that can do everything that Microsoft Word can do. You see here, if I put the voice over it, you can also see it. See the voice.
Select the font type.
It's a font type here, the Helvetica, you see? There's a color here. See? Something else, you see? Watch what takes something here, watch what happens, you see? Oops. Over here.
Display render text in Swedish.
See? Here. See?
Click to reset text editor.
See? It shows it in that color, you see? Because we customize the show, whatever color we want to show it to. We're going to change the text font size as well, basically, see? Size as well. Over here.
Select the font
The
size.
24 points, you see? And once text or something here. What happens basically, see?
Select the background color.
My friends, you see? Just one color here too. See, just color here. Select over here to show it in Japanese, but show it and also in a different background color. You see, what happens now basically? See, what I hit and save basically. See, bingo. You see, it changes the foreground color and the background color. You see, and the text size is different as well. You see, this program can work like Microsoft Word. You see, you can make it. You can center the text as well. You see, you can center everything in here as well. Basically, everything can be centered as well. Basically over here. You see. Over here, you can center everything as well. You see, center everything over here. You see, it gets centered. You see, you can make it into a bullet list as well. Basically, you see, if you want to. By going over here, text and hitting the bullet list. You see, bingo. You see, there's endless possibilities to the software program. So what are you waiting for? It's ready for its official usage. For anyone that's in need of this program for voice to voice, voice to text, text to text, as well as voice command processing. This is the ideal automated NLP program out in the market today. What are you waiting for?